Fucking Captain Delulu over here farting next to a dumpster that is her career. You know, if there's one thing we've learned from this individual and the GOP in general, it's that you can be as senile as you want and still run for governor of an entire state and win, and then lie about meeting Kim Jong-un. After creating a stir by revealing that she killed her pet dog, Kristi Noem has now been caught in a lie, claiming to meet world leaders in new details released from her upcoming book. In No Going Back, The Truth on What's Wrong with Politics and How We Move America Forward, the South Dakota governor claims she met North Korean leader Kim Jong-un during her tenure at the White House Armed Services Committee, which lasted from 2013 to 2015 while she served in Congress. She also says she canceled a meeting with French President Emmanuel Macron last year. But the Dakota Scout reported Thursday neither of those supposed instances have records or outside sources to back them. Macron's office told the Scout that there was never a meeting scheduled with Noem, and there are no congressional travel documents to indicate that Noem met Kim. In fact, a meeting with the North Korean dictator was news to congressional staffers. It's bullshit, said a House Armed Services Committee staff member who worked there during the period in which Noem says she met Kim. According to the Scout, the staff member was one of a dozen who had no knowledge of such a meeting or said Noem ever mentioned it. Her book uses that meeting to inflate her leadership skills. Through my tenure on the House Armed Services Committee, she wrote, I had the chance to travel to many countries to meet with world leaders. Many countries, she says, well, assuming that she did in fact make it to Korea with Korea or whoever in the hell else that she laid in bed with to further her political career. That's 2 countries, Kristi Noem. Uno, dos. I remember when I met with North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un. I'm sure he underestimated me, having no clue about my experience staring down little tyrants. I'd been a children's pastor after all. Dealing with foreign leaders takes resolve, preparation, and determination. My experiences on those many foreign trips made me a better member of Congress and a stronger governor. It allowed me to hone my deal-making skills, which play a crucial role in leadership. Noem's claim to have canceled a meeting with Macron coincided with a trip she made to France, according to her book. While in Paris, I was slated to meet with French President Emmanuel Macron, Noem wrote. However, the day before we were to meet, he made what I considered a very pro-Hamas and anti-Israel comment to the press. So I decided to cancel. There is no place for pro-Hamas rhetoric. While the Scout confirmed with the French president's office that a direct invitation was not made to Noem, she could have been scheduled to speak at a political event where Macron was also scheduled. On November 10th, Noem spoke at an event on the same day that Macron called for a ceasefire in Israel's bombardment of Gaza. Noem's book is scheduled to be released on May 7th. The revelation last month that she killed her pet puppy after it killed livestock led to widespread criticism even within her own Republican Party. Noem has only doubled down, drawing even more ire. The move is said to have hurt her chances of becoming Donald Trump's running mate, which no doubt stings given how unpopular Noem already is at home. Several Native American tribes in her state have banned her from their land for racist comments. I'm sorry, did she just compare being a children's pastor with dictatorship? I mean, clearly there's a lot to unpack here in general, but I think at this point it's safe to assume that you can't trust Kristi Noem with your dog or your kids. And for anybody who's still out here supporting her, like, here's some additional receipts that you can just go ahead and pause to read, like viable research that this would not have been physically possible during that time. Kim Jong-un and Emmanuel Macron do not know who the hell that woman is. Let's not forget who she went to Paris with. Oh yeah, it was Corey Lewandowski, who she was screwing to get into different political events that she wasn't even invited to. You know, we laugh, but this is actually kind of like dangerous. Kim Jong-un isn't not a volatile leader. I don't think it's a very good idea for any American governors to be talking shit about Korea right now. What exactly is an anti-Israel comment? Are you talking about anti-Semitism? Because calling for a ceasefire during a war against people who can't even defend themselves is not anti-Semitism, Kristi Noem. Anyways, cray-cray gonna cray-cray, but this seems like a great time to plug this awesome bumper sticker. All proceeds go to the Freedom Amendment ballot campaign and are aimed at restoring Roe v. Wade rights in South Dakota.